This post is for buyer's agents and buyers. So, what a lot of people don't realize that your contract being too wordy or too different, too many amendments and credits can actually hurt you in underwriting. For every amendment that you do in the contract, it must match the AUS findings, which means that every time you do an amendment, we have to rerun that file through the automated underwriting system. So the more you run that, the more times the more chance it can actually turn into a denial or create other conditions. So you really want to kind of have your agreement tightened up at the beginning of the process. Repairs and special steps require additional documentation. If you say, hey, I'm going to do these repairs before closing, up to a cost of $2,500, or I'll give the seller a credit if they're not done of $2,500. We got to have proof that that was done. If it wasn't done, then you actually have to give that buyer or the seller has to give you that $2,500. Sometimes they may not agree that. Sometimes it's done and nobody updates the new amendment, gets to closing, and then you require additional documentation right before closing or receipts that the seller may not have kept or a contractor you can't get in contact with. So it's really not a good deal. Last minute changes will delay your clear to close. So you could already have a clear to close and then there's an amendment a lot of times that people forgot to send over to the title company or to your lender, or you sent it to the title company and the title company or the closing attorney forgot to send it to us. That's a problem. Guess what? Your loan has, even though it's been cleared to close, it has to be uncleared to close, and it has to go back to the underwriter for approval, and hopefully no drastic changes or cash to close happens. It kind of makes your loan look unstable, and it can be also non-compliant because if the changes are too drastic, it'll trigger TRID rules, and you got to send out a new CD. You have to wait, and you have to wait another business day at least to close, and we don't know if that's going to kill your deal with the seller or with the buyer. Basically, the goal is to keep your contract clean and consistent. Clear terms, minimal amendments, no unnecessary provisions, simple, friendly language for an underwriter to read. Your lender will thank you, the buyer will thank you, the seller will thank you, everyone will thank you, and we'll get closed on the time. If you have any questions, you can reach me at 404-461-3172 or reggieloans.com.